Hey everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back if you're not new here. This class is coming to you from the beautiful Costa Rica, and this is a yin inspired practice, so there'll be no standing postures. You'll feel an opening throughout the whole body. We'll hold each posture for at least a minute, sometimes 2 or 3 minutes. So have some props. They will be helpful, not necessary, but a couple of blocks or a bolster or a couch cushion or pillows, whatever you have. It's nice to bring the floor up to us so we could truly feel held and supported, so that when we're in the shapes we can totally relax and let go and really get past the muscles and into the connective tissue, the fascia, the ligaments, and deeply restore and nourish. So I would say get into clothes that are really comfortable for you, where you feel warm and held and supported. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already to support. That means a lot. And also, if you want to stay connected, you could sign up to my love letters. My email list, that's just down below. I have a retreat coming up here in Costa Rica in February 2026. Would love to have you if that aligns. It's for the women. All right. Get into something comfortable and let's get this practice started. Let's begin today's practice in child's pose. So head to the back of your mat and have your toes touch and knees out wide. And if you have a bolster or a couch cushion, you can lay over for support, or maybe have your head on a block, or just no props at all. And the option with your arms, they could be extended out and stretched out in front of you. Or if you prefer, you can close your legs in a little bit and have your arms by your side with the palms facing up. So you can choose the variation of the child's pose you'd like to go into. Once you come into your posture, your choice of expression of child's pose, start to commit to stillness. Close down your eyes if that's comfortable, or soften your gaze. And we'll invite in 2 deep cleansing breaths just to clear the space and fully land and arrive in our practice today. So exhale your breath through your nose. Inhale deeply through your nose at your belly, ribs, chest. Inhale, inflate. And exhale out through the mouth, release, let it go. All the air goes out. We'll do that one more time. Nice big breath in through your nose, fill up, expand. And exhale, release it through the mouth, let it go. Close down your lips and shift your breathing to in and out through both nostrils, through the nose. Just giving yourself this opportunity to shift inward, letting your body be still. Invite in softness, so relaxing the hips, the groin, the jaw, the fingers, the shoulders, and feeling that gentle stretch in the lower back and the hips, the spine. Feeling held and supported by the ground beneath you. And anchor into the natural rhythm of your breath. And let your belly be soft. And be present to your experience from the seat of the witness, observing, being. We'll hold each posture for a few minutes, exploring stillness and silence, and the sounds of nature, the sound of our own breath. slowly prepare to come out of the shape by walking your hands toward you and start to lift your torso back up. Give yourself a moment to just pause, receive the effects of the posture. If you have a bolster or prop in front of you, just move it off to the side. The next posture we'll come into is Sphinx pose. So we'll just come onto our stomachs, onto our bellies. And we'll come onto the elbows, the forearms. Palms are down. Your feet are hip width distance apart. And relax the lower half of your body. Relax your legs, your glutes. And then if you want more intensity, your elbows are underneath the shoulders. If you need to ease off on intensity, just walk the elbows forward. So that'll lower the intensity and the compression in the lower back. So we'll hold this one for a few minutes, and just here we'll just gently release the chin down. You can soften the body. Let your chest relax, your shoulders relax. So in yin, we are inviting in relaxation. So you can always bring a block underneath the forehead to support the neck if that's better for you. Just gently let your head hang if that's okay, and then stretch out the back of the neck, the upper spine, upper back. And inviting in that softness and drop into the breath. So we're letting the body unfurl as it's ready by inviting in relaxation to move past the muscles and move into the connective tissue. You're welcome to close down your eyes or soften your gaze, shift into your inner world, and observe and breathe. If your chin is in, you're going to slowly start to lift your head back up and wing out your elbows with lots of care. Just slowly lower yourself down. Stack your palms onto one another and rest your forehead on the backs of the hands. Give yourself a moment to just receive. Use deep breaths. Okay, and then from here, we'll just place our hands on either side of us. We're going to just push up to table. And we'll come onto our sit bones, onto our seat, and take your legs out in front of you, coming into seated butterfly with diamond-shaped legs. So your legs out in front of us. And rather than having the heels really close to the groin, you're going to take the feet out a little farther in front of you, creating a diamond-like shape here. If you find that your pelvis is really rounding, your spine is really rounding, you can sit up on a folded blanket or a pillow. And then when you're ready, we'll just start to bring ourselves forward, hinge forward into a fold. And when we're practicing more yang styles, that's when we're keeping more activity in the body and keeping the length. But here with the yin, we're inviting in passivity and that relaxation. So you just meet your point of resistance, meaning your edge, where you can't go any further, and that's where you begin. So you can close down your eyes, drop into your breath. You can always exhale out of the mouth whenever you feel like you need to release or move something or let something go. And your body will unfurl at its own pace, using your exhales to soften and release. Belly is soft and go inward. From here, we'll start to roll ourselves back up. Take a moment to receive. And then we'll move into deer pose. So we'll keep the right leg in front of us and take the left leg behind us. And you're aiming to have a 90-degree shape with both legs. You can pad up your knees if you feel like you need more cushion. And if you feel like this is too much on the knees, you can always bring your heels in a little bit closer if that feels more supportive. And so from here, we're just going to start to walk the hands forward and fold. You can always lay over a bolster, or you can always use a block for your forehead or for your forearms. Use your props as you need. So then meeting your edge once again, your point of resistance where you can't go any further, and that is our entry point. You can close down your eyes. Take that scan throughout your body and notice where you might be unconsciously holding or gripping, and then use your exhales to invite in more softness. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, your hips, your fingers, your toes. Into your breath. And just observe sensations, not creating any stories around it. Just observe, practicing stillness. start to prepare to come out of the shape, starting to lift your torso back up. If you have props in front of you, just move the props to the side. And then we will just switch legs. So take your left leg in front of you and your right leg behind you, creating that pinwheel shape, the 90-90. Or if it feels better with the heels in, bring your heels in. And then start to bring in that fold once again, propping yourself as you need, either a bolster in front of your torso or a block under the forehead. And one side might feel different than the other, and that it is again for us to just simply observe and notice and not create any story around it. Meet your edge, close down your eyes. Take a scan throughout your body. Invite in softness. Relax the shoulders, the hips, the groin, the belly, the fingers, toes. Relax the energy behind your eyes. Drop into your breath. Moving past the layers of the muscles and getting deeper into the connective tissue, ligaments, the fascia. And we're just creating that opportunity for that to happen. And breathe. Slowly start to prepare, lift ourselves up. And we'll keep the left knee bent in front of us and extend the right leg out in front. So we're going to come into half butterfly, also known as Janu Sirshasana, in a more Hatha style practice. So you'll extend the right leg out in front of you and bend your left knee so your left foot's on the inside of your right thigh. And if your knee is really high up, you can always take a block under or a pillow under your left thigh to support it. And if you feel like you're really rounded here, you can sit up on a block or a pillow or gently remove some of the flesh from your tush and have your sit bones connected. You can also always bend the right knee and maybe slide a pillow under the right knee so that you can feel relaxed. And then we'll start to slide the hands forward. You can lay over a bolster if you'd like, or a pillow, or again, you can bring a block to your forehead or a couple blocks if the floor feels far away today. Again, we're creating that support so that our body can totally relax, so it can get deeper into the shape. So if you ever feel sharp pain, you've gone too far. A little bit of discomfort is okay. We can breathe through that. We can move through that tension and density. As we meet our edge, we close down our eyes, let everything adjust and settle in. Relax the legs, relax the hips, the belly, the shoulders, the jaw. And take it moment by moment, one breath at a time. Start to lift the torso up. Take a moment to just receive that flush of energy, and we'll do a simple switch to the other side. So we'll extend the left leg out, bend your right knee, right foot to the inside of the left upper thigh, and then support yourself as you need, maybe pillows under your knees. We're getting into the hamstrings and the groin a little bit deeper here. Maybe bring the floor up to you. Just ease your way into the shape as you fold forward, letting the body unfurl as it's ready. Close down your eyes, relax your shoulders, give yourself that internal body scan. Belly is soft. Relax the muscles. Always exhale out of the mouth if you ever feel like you need that extra support to let go. And observe, drop into your breath. lift yourself back upright. Take a moment to just receive. And we'll come into an easy seated forward fold. So easy pose. It's just crossings of the legs here. And again, sit up if you need to. Just cross your legs. Easy pose. You can always put blocks underneath the backs of your knees. And if you have that couch cushion or bolster, you can have that in front of you as we're going to fold. So we'll hold this for about a minute or so with a forward fold, and then we'll switch the cross of the legs. So maybe you like to prop your forehead up on something to help you relax even deeper as you fold. Just stretching the spine a little more and the hips. Meet your edge. Close down your eyes and drop in. Relax the shoulders. Slowly start to lift your torso back up, and then we'll just do a simple switch. So cross the other leg in front, readjust, and we'll forward fold once again. We want to make sure the hips are nice and balanced and stretched out. Close down the eyes, and then take that scan once again. Inviting in patience and ease and grace. Relax the shoulders, relax the belly, the fingers, the groin, the toes. as a wide-legged forward fold. So you're going to take your legs out nice and wide, only to the point where you meet your point of resistance, your edge. And if you find that you're really rounded here, sit up on a pillow or a cushion. Legs are relaxed. And again, using props to help you in your forward fold. So a bolster or a pillow in front of you, or blocks stacked, or whatever you have to bring the floor up to you. If you feel like your legs are too wide and you have nowhere to move and you're just gripping, just close your legs a little bit more. Start to fold yourself down. Adjust your props, the heights of your props if you need. Once you get to your point of resistance, your edge, begin here. Drop into your breath, close down your eyes, relax your shoulders, your fingers, take that internal body scan. Soften the legs, removing past the muscles, so we don't want to have any muscle engagement. Use your exhale out of the mouth if you need to invite in more ease. Just getting deeper into the ligaments, the connective tissue, the fascia, and also stimulating the organs, opening up the channels and pathways within the body. Start to prepare and lift your torso back up. Moment to pause, receive. Gently close the legs, and we'll prepare for the next shape, which is caterpillar, also known as seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So legs are out in front of you. You can always again sit on a cushion or a pillow. Knees can be bent. You can always tuck blocks underneath the knees or a rolled blanket if you find the hammies are tight. And from here, we'll just start to walk the hands forward and Here we invite in the release, the folding, the chin in, the relaxing of the legs, the upper body. And that is that yin nature, that passive receiving nature. And drop into your breath. And take that internal body scan from head to toe. Notice where there might be areas of conscious or unconscious gripping, and use your exhalations to further release. Moment by moment, commit to stillness. Start to roll ourselves back up, sitting upright and pausing for a moment, and just receive this forward fold, this grounding effect. Okay, we're going to switch it up, so remove your props and come on to your hands and knees. Being mindful of your transitions, maintaining this beautiful, calm, grounded state. So your hands and knees will come in to thread the needle to open up the shoulders and the spine. So we'll keep the left hand down on the ground and we'll reach the right arm up. Take a nice breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to thread. The right palm is going to come up and thread behind the left arm. Right shoulder comes down, right ear down. And you can keep your left hand on the ground for support. If you want to take it further, you can take your left hand to your lower back, or you can take the left hand to the inside of the right inner thigh for a half bind. So you choose what feels the most supportive for you to be able to hold the shape for at least a minute. You can close down your eyes, release any efforting. Invite in softness, find ease, and drop into your breath moment by moment. So your right hand's going to stay down. The left arm's going to open up. Nice big breath in. And then exhale, thread. Left arm comes behind the right arm. Left palm is up. Left shoulder down. Left ear down. Right hand to the mat for support, or right hand to the lower back, or right hand to the inside of the left inner thigh for a half bind. Yogi's choice. And then drop into your breath. Find that ease and softness throughout your entire body. Moment by moment. If your hand is in a half bind or on your lower back, place the right hand down on the mat, and then with care come back to all fours. And from here we're going to come onto our bums and eventually onto our back. So extend your legs out in front of you. Have a clear space because we're going to come into banana pose, banana asana. So you're going to lay down. And we'll take our legs all the way over to the bottom right corner of the mat. And you're going to reach your arms up overhead. You can grab your right hand to your left wrist and arch over to the right. So you're making this banana shape. So you're shortening the right side and lengthening the left side. You can cross the left ankle over the right if that helps support to feel secure in the shape. And then keep the chest relaxed and arms relaxed. Maybe you release the grip of the left wrist. You can close down your eyes. And drop into your breath. And just feeling this nice stretch in the left side of the body, keeping a healthy, supple spine. To center. Give yourself a nice stretch before going to the other side. You're going to walk your legs over to the bottom left corner of the mat. Then maybe take your left hand and gently tug on the right wrist just to create that arch, and then you can soften the arms and the elbows. You can cross your right ankle over the left ankle. That helps you feel more supported. So now the right side is lengthened. Find ease here. Close your eyes or soften your gaze and drop into your breath. to center. And just re-lengthen the legs, uncross the legs and the arms. Take a nice big stretch. And then lower your arms down. We'll come into happy baby. So bend your knees. Bring your knees in toward you. Arms are going to come on the insides of the legs. Flex your feet. And then either grab a hold of your calves or your ankles or the outer edges of the feet, or peace fingers and thumb wrap around the big toes. So you can choose what placement feels the most comfortable for you so that you can relax and find ease. As long as your shoulders are kept on the ground, they're relaxed, your tailbone is heavy to the ground, the chin is in so that the chin isn't way up high. You want to gently tuck it in. Drop into your breath. If it feels more supportive to just bring your heels in toward your groin, you can hold this shape instead. Choose what feels best and supported for you today. And just take it one breath at a time. Belly is soft. Bring your legs back together and take your arms out into a T. This is the final shape before Shavasana, preparing for a supine twist. So legs are in tabletop position, legs together, and then drop your legs over to the left. You can have your left hand hold onto your right thigh for support. The head could stay center, or if you have the capacity in your neck, you can look over to your right for a full twist. Drop into the belly, let your shoulders stay grounded, so let that right shoulder relax towards the ground, right palm is up to support the external rotation of the shoulder. And drop into your breath, allow yourself to receive this twist, inviting in equilibrium and balance. To the right side for a twist. Right hand can support and hold the left thigh. Left palm is up, externally rotating the shoulders. Let your chest relax and soften. Head could be center, or you can look over to your left for a full twist. Close down your eyes, just go inward. Invite in ease and drop into your breath. Bring yourself back to center. Readjust your hips so that they're level and even, and pull your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a hug. We'll come into our final resting shape, Shavasana. Support yourself as you would like. Extend your legs out nice and long and wide. Maybe you slide pillows underneath the backs of your knees. Palms are open. Maybe you lift your chest a little bit, tuck the shoulders under, relax the back down. So the whole body is resting here on the ground. There is nothing left here for you to do. This time is here for you to really receive the efforts and the effects of your practice, to allow yourself to integrate and nourish yourself on many, many layers and dimensions. Just allow your whole body and being to rest here. Release any efforting of your breath. Relax the energy behind your eyes. And allow yourself to rest in pure, spacious awareness. feels like to be at home in the center of your being. And know that this place of deep ease and calm and restfulness is always, always available to you. It is always there. You can slowly start to deepen your breath to begin your return. And start to bring some movement back to your body, moving your wrists, your ankles, your fingers, your toes. And bring your arms up overhead for a nice big stretch, stirring your body back into wakefulness. Bring your knees in toward you, give yourself a hug, acknowledge your efforts, and for showing up today, giving yourself this time to nourish yourself deeply on so many levels. And you can roll over onto one side, any side you like, and just pause on your side. And invite in a couple deep breaths into your upper back. And then we'll bring ourselves up into a seated position to close the practice together. Sitting up nice and tall. You can bring your hands on your thighs, on your lap, or maybe in prayer. Just find that stillness once again. Breath is easeful and calm. Just acknowledge that inner stillness and silence within you, the light that is within you, that is you. And I invite you to take this deep ease and this deep sense of nourishment with you off of the mat and into everything that you do and everything that you are, in every interaction you have, every exchange. Moving through life with your cup filled up, so you're in overflow, and sharing that love and this gift with others through your own frequency. Thank you so much for your trust and for sharing your practice with me. From my heart to yours. Namaste.